do this. Let's do this. I saw your post, so we got to come give you some love. Come out sometime. Oh, thank you, sir. Let's see if you're real. No offense, because I have been follow botted.
Skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening.
Well, thank you so much.
Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WBCK, the Basswood Sound. I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Wick will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting.
Alright, let's do anything before I focus on.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here.
Okay. Let's get properly started then. Oh yeah. I mean, do I really need to look at every single thing? Because I've done it.
This place was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart. Welcome back to Basswood, Sam.
Oh, thank you.
I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big.
I just want to look at the view. Wow. That is one cool view. How do you run? Don't know what it's anything. Oh, there's a sign there.
You'd think the massive cliff face would be a giveaway.
It's at the cemetery.
I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine. My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares.
I remember spending entire summers on the banks, fishing with Nick.
Orientation board. Oh, I don't care. Oh yeah, I need to do my first,
I get the feeling it still sees some use, given how bad the coverage is up here.
I swear you can look through that.
Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it.
Okay, it's just...
These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone.
That's not exactly... Where you're pissed. You're drunk. You what? Go and kill.
A lot of people were upset when it closed, but not upset enough to fix it. I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it.
Oh yeah, it's the tree. Patch moss.
There seems to be something here.
Right, where is my pen? A.S. Some carvings.
Lovers scarring a tree to write down their initials. Always seems twisted to me.
That's... Okay, so that one's done.
Lovers scarring a tree to write down their initials. Always seems twisted to me.
Right. Still can't run that.
I used to love looking at basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day.
Oh. I was gonna walk off now. Let's look from around here. Nah, I can go around here. Alright, this one I have to do. Alright, I'll do all the blue.
Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind?
Oh.
Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
Oh, look at that. What happened? Alright. No, nothing over here. Walking up the line. Oh, hello. You alright, mate?
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
I'm over here, mate.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
Optimal shot. Oh, it's a pool table. Thanks for the memory.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their faces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam,
Up to...
be nice.
Hey, thank you,
I've never
Glorious.
met someone so
Thank you.
interested in others, even in me.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just...
Oh.
People around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
No, shut up.
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening.
I swear there's something over there. What's that over there? Oh, it's just... Memories.
Come on, Anna, look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna, you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it.
That's an inventive way of
Sam.
doing that.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing?
Turn
I
up.
think I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now.
That's such an odd thing
Anna.
to say.
Please say something.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring.
She lies.
You should know that. We've discussed it before.
Oh.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss?
You need to get back, mate. Read new journal entry. Alright, I'm gonna have to move the cameras. I'll be better. Do do do. Come on, do.
I missed the funeral. Maybe it's for the best. On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again.
Yeah, mate, but there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people wondering where you weren't. Why you weren't.
Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Title card. Twin memories. I'm gonna go.
Lost the signal. Something never changed.
this bug. Hiya, bug.
Yuli, you actually came.
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
She kind of looks like Chucky. Hiya, Chucky. Nah, I shouldn't be too mean.
So,
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
It was more complicated than just me and you.
It's always more important than me.
Joan, listen. After Anna and I broke up, I couldn't keep living with her. I didn't have anywhere else to stay. So I moved back in with my mom, who's over in Connecticut these days.
You didn't call, text, or anything. You were just gone.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad.
Shoot.
It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead?
What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything.
An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation?
A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself.
This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on,
Friends don't lie to each other.
even if it means disappointing her again. It's your call.
Blue. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but
You want to know for sure. I get it.
thanks, Muley. I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
Do, do, do.
Seems Kathy's been keeping this running 100,000 miles past its prime. I hope she's not running short on money.
Don't be a dickhead, mate. It's just the car. What we got over here? We got... what if there's anything good around here? Nope. Boy, I've got to go to the bloody... Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, let's do the coal miners sign.
The old bar sign. Reminds me of when Nick and I were still kids.
Journal updated. Okay, I think that's done. Okay.
Ethan keeps a spare key around, but I should use the front.
Yeah, we'll give it that. I wonder if the key is still here. Maybe you can find it around here. Nah, let's not bother about that.
Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to sooner or later.
I am using R2. What's the piece now?
Some of the police force stopped by, which means most of the police force stopped by. Far never met Tara.
How do I go this over there? It's mad. Car coming by?
Same old town, same old bar.
Who's this?
The more things change.
Who's this guy at the front there? Do you recognise him there? Oh, what's this to the paper?
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother.
Friendly as ever.
Oh, Samuel is here.
Looks like, Norm Peterson.
Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it
Afternoon,
really
everybody.
been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you. Even if I wish the
fuck it.
circumstances were different. In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do.
Yeah, alright, Nance.
Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
Journal updated. Ah, here we go. Oh, okay, so we've got like... Oh, I can't remember three much here.
I haven't read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me.
Local legend. Joe, yes, tomorrow for his family, friends.
Must have been a hard issue to write.
Can I get something for the food? Oh, okay, let's do it.
Ugh, I'm not ready for this.
Well, you have to, mate, 'cause it's part of the game.
Here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Zingo.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here. I'd gladly slash your tires. But that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving.
Just really embracing those Hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Yeah, don't take any shit, mate. Stand up for yourself.
We'll get you good old boys another round. Mighty kind of you, Declan. You're not worth it, Higgs. Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, shame that. You watch yourself.
What if I can go back for more?
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right? Old-timers in general already don't like me, and the article just made it worse.
Oh, I can talk to him again.
Hey, Sam, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the bar?
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Alright, let's do the guitar. The bar. Where is the guitar?
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Oh, it's colourful, Sally.
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Now, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Bye, Carla. Where's the guitar?
No more than 3,000.
It's the guy who got the mine closed.
I can't believe you
Oh,
showed
am I dumb? I just cannot see it. The bar. Guitar. Fuck it.
Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
I don't remember you doing this last time. So this is kind of new for me.
Daddy, daddy, daddy.
kids and I
Let's try and find that.
and we got a little something for you that's gonna make you smile all day. Daddy, 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 daddy. But when the lights are out, it's time
Let the good times roll, baby.
for you my love. And I got a feeling you've been pleased. So, daddy, daddy,
Daddy, daddy.
sit yourself down. Now you should know how
Wait, so hang on. So if that's there,
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine.
can I play it? Let's talk to
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic. Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things.
Oh, lovely.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Let's talk to. Ooh, billiard. Nice little billiard table. Oh my god, is there a sign on the bloody. Oh wow. Cool. Water sauce, come on, read. Oh wow, that's actually quite nice.
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers.
There's old Buck.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Everyone here seemed to really like my dad.
Of course they did, Bug.
Everyone's nice in that creepy way. It's weird. Even Anna's weird.
You seen Anna? How is she? Is she here tonight? Getting ready for what?
Well, I don't know. Something. I've been avoiding her. She's kind of like mothering me. A lot. Like, a lot. My own mom is already too much mom. You know? Do you ever just watch people?
It's pretty much all I do.
Me too. But I don't always like what I see.
Shall we talk to Buck again? Well, let's go.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
So, Sam, how's life been treating you?
Could be better. My best friend just died.
No need to snap at me, Sam. I ain't the enemy here. And your allies are in short supply, so be careful what you say.
You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Huh. Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
Go talk to him again.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
I didn't know you read Dickens, Ethan.
It's supposedly the spirit of coal. Doesn't really belong here anymore.
Then you should read Great Expectations. It's a masterpiece, plain and simple.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
He's a cheapskate, I swear. It's all sport, man.
So, I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize.
Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this.
Everyone came, most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. Felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years. My best reporter. What do you even say about him?
He loved people. Sharing things. Having fun together. Take video games. He didn't even care if it was some cooking game or shooting game or what. As long as we were playing together.
I always prefer my games analog. Chess, Go. You two did seem to bond over them, though.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot in Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
I spend all day doing nothing. I don't even count days. They just blur together. Nick's death barely hit me. It was like a pinprick compared to just everything.
Time heals most wounds. Some it just makes worse. Sounds like you need something to pull you out of your rut.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Oh, Walter, can I ask you something?
Questions are the fountainhead of knowledge.
Nick's crash. Was there anything suspicious about it?
I asked myself the same thing. The very same thing. It did seem odd. Young Nicholas, a careful man in all things, including driving. I looked into it myself. You know what I found?
What?
A tragic accident with nothing amiss. I am both relieved and saddened to say.
Ah.
Life is rarely like a crime thriller, and while I don't mind you asking, some might find it a distasteful conversation at a man's memorial. Especially from you.
I'll keep that in mind.
See that you do, my boy. See that you do.
Alright, okay, let's do what we're supposed to do. Instead of flowers.
Should I have brought flowers? Do people expect me to? There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now. Don't you go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away from her.
Fucking bitch. up anyway. I want to see what
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy. This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. Happier times. I wonder who took that picture. He was more her best friend than a dad. Those two were a great team. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend.
Hello.
Bug was so small back then.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood. Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Well, Dennis, I won the bet I had with myself that you'd be an asshole right off the bat.
That was a safe bet.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way.
Yeah, it's alright.
Hi Jack, how are you?
Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
If you must know, I still haven't bounced back from when Anna and I broke up.
I think you mentioned she broke up with you. Yeah, but I hear you. Yeah, that's how I ended up in this shit town. Chasing a woman. Yeah, then she left and I got stuck here with 2 kids. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
There she is. Ah, with the guitar that I need. Yes, yeah, that's great.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how
You alright?
little you know of the
You're sleeping in here, don't you?
grief and woe in my poor aching heart.
She's got awesome singing voice.
But I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Not now, Sam.
See my thoughts bug. Alright, okay, let's look at guitar. What's off the list?
Anna used to play it almost every night. She stopped after her father's accident.
Right. Okay, so that one's done. 3 mementos done. Right, let's go and talk to Anna. I love you.
Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit. Anna?
Sam!
What's back?
I've missed you. Why'd it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
Well, I'm here now. I'll have to try and come by more often. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? Even if not everyone around here would like it.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. It doesn't make it easier, though.
It's gotta make it a little easier. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
You and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago. He never told you? He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Ah. That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
Now, let's not be all like...
It's hard for me to really just wrap my head around it. Nick being
I've got to be nice. Be
smart. Don't rock the boat when the person in the boat just lost a loved one.
Thank you.
Big. I can't get my head around it either. His stuff is all over my house, but he's just missing. Things without an owner. Most of it I'll probably give to Joan and Kathy, throw away. I don't even know. Sam, I'm tired, and if I'm gonna drink and cry, I want to do it alone. I played that stupid song like I told myself I would. He said, or he used to say, it made him ache. I did it, and I'm going home. We need to catch up, though. Let's meet for coffee tomorrow and talk. Really talk. 9:30?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be at the cafe across from the paper. Christina's. It was honestly nice seeing you.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or
no.
2. Or 3. And then I'll go.
They believe you or they die. That's the only way anything ends.
so tragic, what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but, you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
Yeah, you
Well,
were.
you were, Tara. You can't talk about Nick like that.
What did I say? It was only the truth. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Mate, she's been on the bloody... Right. Oh, train's moved.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Hang on, what am I supposed to like? Ah, there it is.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel, join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there. With a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
No, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
I don't know. I hadn't spoken to him in almost 2 years. I cut this whole town out of my life, and now it's like I'm a stranger.
This place is in your blood. It's like an old glove. You have to give it time. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed, few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Oh, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
I'm the one dwelling on these things.
Wakes get sad. Very sad. Death and drinking is a heady brew.
Still, I'm showing jealousy for a dead man. Not the best look.
Some would say being honest with yourself is the only way to honor friends. How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. But who could prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
It always seemed so easy for him. Every day he'd show up, smile, no matter what.
Of the qualities in a good man, that one deserves to be at the top.
Not a quality I possess.
This isn't a place for self-pity. This is a place for dour reflection.
Yes, and drinking.
To Nick, he was my friend. He will be missed, but not forgotten.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan could lose
I
his
wasn't
license.
doing anything! Don't touch me!
Joan! Leave me alone.
You guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk
She
to
still
people
looks like
that way.
Chucky. Oh, so mean.
I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Yeah, Captain's harsh.
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
Many hours later.
What a night! I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if the years didn't smooth their animosity as much as I hoped.
Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
I am so very sorry. You stuck in existence, stuck in my head, just a terrible state you're in.
Get your anger and sarcasm out of your system. Better you take it out on me than anyone else. You're back out in the world. Feeling emotions, fitting in. That's progress.
Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable.
Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Oh, I think on that note, I will. I'll let it load up first. Mementos. Cool. Okay.